I guess part of it is that it's the Midwest, but like all the hustle and bustle of the city. It's got that kindness, that hard work ethic. It's not too pretentious, but I can still be exposed to the arts and all kinds of crazy activities. I mean, like the Chiditarod, which is why we're here. So just being able to have all of that at my disposal without having to deal with just jerks is pretty fantastic. And I think that's what it means to be a Chicagoan. That and probably meats, lots of meats.
Welcome to the 17th annual Chiditarod! And welcome to the very first Chiditarod!
All right. So what's the story we're telling today?
We are telling of Balto. Balto is a dog that saved Nome, Alaska from a diphtheria epidemic.
Obviously, last year it was like, we can't get together and breathe in each other's faces. So it turned into a film competition.
This doctor in Nome, and he was like, look, dude, we're screwed. We got to quarantine right now. I am in urgent need of 1 million units of diphtheria antitoxin. Stop. But the problem was Alaska sucks to get to. We'll get like 20 sled dog racers to like do a relay deal.
Did this famous relay have any sort of legacy?
No.
Not even the Iditarod?
Oh, wait a minute.
It does have like a great heart in the middle of it because they're self-defined, like, you know, it's like, yeah, we were like college kids and sort of like wanted to drink, but also wanted to do it for a good cause. And we were like, we can do this thing. We'll give it a silly name. And then they were like, we had no idea it would have legs, and it had legs. So like now we have to keep doing it. And we love that we have to keep doing it.
And it just kind of grassrooted itself into this annual tradition. To the Iditarod, which inspired the Chiditarod, though with no affiliation. Cheers.
Cheers.
Allergies. It's like,
We have our wall of shopping cart trophies. Last year with the little Oscar statue is, I think, best drama or #1 fundraising from 2021 when we did the telethon. And then these are also Chiditarod trophies. This manufactured, I don't know what it is. Can. It's a trophy. And then our, I think this was a #2 fundraising year. Both of these are #2 fundraising, and then this is a #1 fundraising. So last year we raised $37,000.
So the dance party raised, like by the end of the dance party, it was $3,900, and then we got a corporate match of twice that.
The first year that we had 2 teams, where we had gnomes versus flamingos, we had an internal competition to see which of our 2 teams could raise more money, and so that was fun.
The food donations going to the Greater Chicago Food Depository, the donations going to the Chiditarod Fund, which works really hard through their grant program to identify local organizations and to kind of understand who needs these funds, what they need them for.
This is the plan, right? That we're gonna
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So there's the fundraising, there's the food raising, there's just the drinking. Some people are just into the drinking. Yeah. I got told, hey, there's this like shopping cart race where you dress up and run around. It's basically a bar crawl. And I was like, that sounds fun. Like, I'll go to that.
The excuse of like donating food and donating money is great, but it's mostly like a handful of Saturdays and like the actual race day, like just, you know, doing something zany with, you know, a ton of my friends and stuff.
Like, if you line this up edge to edge, sorry, I'm trying to do corner to corner like.
Yeah.
That, we just need enough to make that rotate, which is only like half an inch.
Perfect.
You must have a team of 5 people, and those are your quote unquote dogs. It's that whole idea that we're the dogs pulling a sled.
Cheers.
A very I don't know, millennial, friendly culture.
You have to show up to the race with a shopping cart, decorated however you see fit, with at minimum 69 pounds of food.
Steve is just drinking and not doing anything useful.
That was about,
Yet.
that was mostly about college sports.
I'm waiting for when the painting starts because that's the hardest thing to screw up. So it's definitely what you want me doing.
Part of the charm of the Chiditarod is I have found personally is that you could tell it's kind of founded by Gen Xers. It's got a very Gen X punk rock aesthetic to it.
It still kills me because there's always someone who becomes infatuated with Steve in the round, and it's just a good time. It's just a good time.
Everybody was like fired up for it, that I was like, these people are nerds, and I love it. The last couple of years have been like, oh, like you show up and I'm just definitely like, oh, this is like a group project where like everybody's into it. And
Yeah.
like you never like feel that way when you come into something where it's like, oh, everybody has to do this for no particular personal gain.
No one has ever showed up empty-handed for the food fundraising, and if they did, I just wouldn't simply invite them back, because that's not the point. It's not just a bar crawl, even though it's a lot of fun. That's the reward for the hard work.
So we need 24 plus 7. We need 31.
Math.
21 slats, 12 for a side. Okay.
I mean, largely it's about being with friends. Like, I want to hang out with these people all day.
No, we're
all know each other from college.
we're all college friends.
Definitely the first year I went, it was like, there's a reason to hang out with my friends and do a thing.
Our discussion this year was really like, okay, it's still a pandemic. We are tired. What's the lowest effort thing we think we can pull off with like?
Many of us have
Yeah.
very young children.
I was talking to some of
Which
the
has
other.
not been the case before.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the other teams, and I was like, literally, 5 of our people had babies since the last Chiditarod. Many of them with each other. So like, we are out an entire cart
Sounds hilarious.
with babies.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, Shanky handed green folder.
Do we have
Sorry.
y'all one fun? Is that why?
Forgot that I'm not good at arts or crafts.
Was Mary Poppins also the year that Cobra Lounge was doing like dramatic readings
Yes.
of whatever? So we did a dramatic reading of like Chim Chimmery. Like total madness. Oh boy.
Probably just need 2 of you to sit. This is like Nick and Ryan's job today, is to just come sit down and figure out all of the hilarious 5
Hooray, I'm useful. Do 5 S's. It's the sound of snake man. Sit on dictionary, asshole.
Obviously, gnome has to be one of the words. Clearly.
Chiditarod thing, Cobra, I guess.
Cobra. Shots.
I mean, yeah, like shots, beers.
Wheel and shell.
I like that it's like, this is Chiditarod thing, but only for our team. You would.
COVID.
That is row.
No.
Yes. Yes. Delta. Rapid.
And this year, there's still no race, but we're doing the block party.
They're going to try and keep as much from the years before as possible. So there's still going to be the prizes, still performing for the judges. But no, we're not going to physically go checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint.
One, two, three. All right, everybody who wants to be part of our new pageant and talent show, the idea is we are going to create a line starting here, wrapping around the block party. So, the next time you hear this gong, the show is on!
What would be your catchphrase? You're the something of fundraising. I'm not going to say the fundraising killers.
I'm going to run with...
We're the Donner Party of fundraising.
Oh, no. I'm just going to go with, they look like cute little gnomes, but they got a voracious appetite for fundraising.
I love it. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Chiditarod has been around for 17 years, and it's going to continue going, and that's because we are all a big team. We have raised roughly 11,000 pounds of food, okay? So years ago, we just decided to start as a shopping cart race with some food donations, and then some years into it, maybe 5, maybe 6, we had a team come and say, we want to raise money. Can we raise money too? Well, this year, currently at the moment, still going to be more coming, believe it or not. Are you all ready? $102,836,000. We crested the 100,000 mark. Woohoo! Now, welcome to the award ceremony, fundraising champions! Can everyone hear the number I'm about to say? Because I just don't even know how to comprehend this. 28,488. Just come up. No word bounds. Come on.
Well, okay, I wasn't supposed to start crying before I present something. I am here to present the Phyllis's Checkpoint Award, which this year goes to the team who presented the Best Opening Credit Sequence 6-pack attack. Come on up!
When you leave college and enter the real world, like, you have so many choices about just like, you have your 9 to 5, or if you don't work 9 to 5, but whatever, you get into your day in, day out, and like, it's so easy to just not. It's so easy to just stay selfish, and it's so easy to just kind of like stay indoors and never like ask yourself, oh, is there a way that I can combine kind of like my friendships, my passions, you know, push myself a little bit, learn a little bit more about what other people go through in the city. And it's very cool, like, you know, to run across little pockets of people that are like, yeah, we're gonna do something for a good cause and make it fun, and like, that just really kind of restores your faith in humanity. At least it has for me.
Oh man, you are the best captain we could ever have. You really are.